Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, the frequencies of the earth are changing at this present time. You can all feel it, of course, and what it means is the Tibetan symbols that I normally use, they may not be as palatable to the ear as they used to be, as we become more sensitive and open to the vibrations around us. So I've sourced a softer frequency to prepare and cleanse your reading. I'm using Gaia chimes to cleanse hourly, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life at this time? Can you please show them the way? Who is coming towards them? Can you please highlight what they need to know regarding their love life at this moment in time? This reading is for the next 6 weeks, so I want you to be aware of that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? Now, the first card here for you, my beautiful Leo, and this is your protagonist energy, you've got the Tower, okay? So some of you, if you know my readings, you know, the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, they tend to show up together, and you've got the two cards there back to back. So I would say that you're going to be surprised when it comes to love, but some of you may have actually been rebuilding after a shock, okay? So if you've gone through a challenging time when it comes to love or life in general, firstly, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. I do see with the Hierophant energy that you are on a trajectory to meet a new person where it will end in a long-term commitment, like marriage if you want it. It depends on what you want. That's your prerogative. But your first card there is the Tower. Now, this can indicate that you are making some radical changes in your life because this is your protagonist energy. It can be that you are revamping the way you deal with life day to day. You're restructuring in some way. It can also indicate that some of you have been going round and round in circles, perhaps. Perhaps you're meeting the same sort of person or relationships are ending in the same way. Or some of you may have literally removed yourself from the dating scene for quite some time. You know, you may have been stuck in a rut. The Tower can indicate that it's been a long time where you feel there's some sort of repetitive cycle. I always say the Tower, it's like to be removed. If you think about the nature of a tower, it is isolated. It tends to be a place where you feel safe and secure for a certain period of time, and then you start to feel a little bit antsy. You know, we build a structure in our life, whether it's a home, whether it's a job, whether it's a routine. We build a structure that feels safe and comfortable, and it's what we know, okay? And we sort of do that for a while and think, this is nice. We got what we wanted to do, and then suddenly we start to think, okay, I want to come out of a comfort zone. I'm feeling a bit stuck or feeling a little bit with itchy feet, let's put it that way. I'm just getting this energy of you wanting to take a leap of faith, and the Tower is literally like you going through a period of rebuilding your life in some way, and it's like you may be kind of like liberating yourself from a very stuck situation. You know, it says here, things are not as they seem. An opportunity for you to rebuild is happening for you, and you're going to be rebuilding stronger, okay? So that's literally what this card is. But if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Tower, there is a lightning bolt that hits the crown chakra on the tower there, and that is like lots of downloads happening for you, sudden realizations, epiphanies, and it basically means that all that is not authentic and true will be shattered by higher frequencies. So you could literally be in a period of shedding old relationships, getting closure on situations, maybe even having shock revelations about people or situations and things that do not serve your higher purpose. So right now you are in a period of restructuring, okay? Now, you know, the Tower, I always see it as something that is not negative. It actually means you're in a period where you realize something has been the way it's been for a long time. So some of you could have been waiting for love for a long time. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you're super busy, you're, you know, focused on your prosperity, you're locked onto your goals, and you're just doing life. But you may have got into a funk where it's the same old thing, just a different day. You know, a Tower is to be in a period of not just isolation or kind of hermit mode, but it can be that you're locked into certain responsibilities, or life has been pretty much the same for some time, and now you're feeling it's time to not be complacent, but to do something about your circumstances and take that leap of faith. Now, the Tower can represent a shock. So you may actually shock people with a new look, or maybe you're thinking about changing and challenging the status quo of where you frequent. Maybe you're going to approach love in a different way right now. You know, the Tower can literally be that you're shaking things up a little bit, that you're not going to your usual places and seeing the usual faces. It can literally mean that you are looking further afield. You want to do things differently. You're interested in things you haven't done before. So I'm definitely seeing this as a leap of faith. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates that destiny is supporting your journey. You know, when you have these two cards, which literally mean surprise, okay, you can either you know, with the Tower energy, be taken unawares, or, you know, be prepared for the surprise. So I feel either way, there is a surprise happening for you, and actually it's positive because it's destined to happen. So this can indicate you're about to meet a person that really sparks your attention. Destiny brings you both together. It literally says here, something new is on the horizon, meeting a new potential partner or friend. Okay, now this could be a person that you meet that is a friend at first and becomes a partner, but because we have the Hierophant here, it tells me that you're going to get to know this person and build a foundation, and I feel that a relationship here will develop and blossom into something really exciting. But you are destined to meet a person, and it's in the resistance position at first, so that means that you have a little bit of a wait, not too long, because it's showing up in the 6 weeks position. But you could actually meet a person, because this is the outcome for the next 6 weeks. The Hierophant can indicate that you are going to a place where there is structure. It could be a place where you learn something for some of you. It could also be a place where you meet people and have a tete-a-tete. You know, you could be in a group activity, for example, but there's going to be a very deep conversation with a person that suddenly you really want to get to know better, and they want to get to know you as well, okay? It says here, slow and steady progress. There's a lot of knowledge to be gained from both individuals. This person, they teach you to come out of your comfort zone and vice versa. Both of you are very passionate. Both of you want to break down walls and get to know each other on a deeper level. A lot of you may feel with this Tower energy that you're really shocked by the dating scene, and maybe that's why you withdrew, because you feel that people are like transient, they're not looking for long-term security. You may feel that you've met people where it's like a flash in the pan, they're physically attracted to you, but you're wanting something more sustainable at this time. So I definitely see here you're on a trajectory towards structure and a long-term relationship. So let's get to the Celtic Cross and see a little bit more about who is coming your way and where and how you may meet this person. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? Now, so random. I'm seeing something in the water right now, and this is something, oh, I think they want that card. It has to pop out, yeah. They want that card, but I want you to be aware that the image I can see, it's like from the, oh my gosh, I think it's from the 80s. I'm not really sure. It's a Care Bear, random, and it's got a heart on its tummy. Okay, so of course that is, well, I can't remember what the name of those Care Bears are, but the heart suggests love. Okay, unconditional love. Is there such a thing as unconditional love bear? I'm not sure. Love bear. I'm not sure. I'm just seeing that in the water. So random. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to have one of those. It can mean that you're going to see an image of one of those, but it can also indicate comfort. Okay, and you know, a synchronicity between people. And this person that you're about to meet is very personable and very open. They are ready for love. That's what I'm seeing there. This person is emotionally available, and they're a very caring, deep person, very loyal. This person, very generous with displays of affection as well. They feel, in the energy that I can feel coming forward, there may even be like a random conversation about this. So perhaps there's a discussion about siblings, how they had one of these items from childhood, or perhaps there is some sort of like advertisement. I'm not sure. Is there like a new movie revamping it or something? I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave that there because that's the image I can see in the water, which is so random, but I have to mention the images. Otherwise, the energy gets stagnant. So looking at your energy, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. You're creating a healthy environment for love to grow. You've been investing in yourself, prioritizing your own needs. And I definitely see here with the star energy, you know, and the Tower, it can indicate a lot of you been healing from something. Now, it doesn't have to always be that you're in a high-level commitment, okay, and that it broke down or you were disappointed and separated from somebody. But if you have gone through that, whether you've been, look at that, we got the Tower. Okay, we got the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups here. I'm loving this because this is you being surprised. And you're going to meet this person. I'm getting two energies. One is that a friend could introduce you to this person. Okay, so either someone is trying to set you up with somebody, but I'm feeling more than anything, you meet someone in a group activity, where people gather. Okay, so that's something that's coming out very strongly there. We have the Four of Cups. It's a surprise. And we've got the Two of Swords. Actually, you may even have more than one person interested, and you're going to have to let someone down, is what I'm seeing there. Two of Swords indicates you have a choice. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But also it does indicate a withdrawal from love briefly. And we have the Four of Pentacles, secure relationship there. So let us, oh, what was that? Okay, I just really want to see what that is. Okay, I can't see it right now. I'll see if I can find that later. That just popped down. I think it was a crystal has popped down there. When I find it, I'll let you know in the comments below what it was, and maybe it's relevant to your reading, but perhaps it is symbolic of having to, you know, let someone down, perhaps. But your first card there is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the start. So you're ready for love. This is also investment in self. That means that you are valuing yourself in a different way, and only healthy love options need apply. I feel you've definitely learned that you have no time for games. You are not looking for time wasters, of course. And I feel with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, you want new. You're looking for new love because this is your starting position. This is your energy, which means right now you're focused on your finances. You're focused on, you know, your prosperity, your stability, creating a foundation. But also this is you kind of like being grateful for all that you have right now, and that gratitude is actually going to connect to a vibration to bring you more. That which you feel like you do not have in your life right now shall be delivered to you because you have that Wheel of Fortune energy. So, you know, I feel this is about investment. You're looking for someone who is wanting a long-term relationship. That is the start, and I feel like you are so ready to have someone join your life as a welcome addition to your life. You know, society gives us this kind of like idea, shall we say, when we're very young, that we are searching for our other half. Okay, which somehow implies that part of us is missing. So we kind of feel bereft, or we feel that we're in an eternal search for something, and that we don't feel complete until we meet that person. But what I love about your reading is you have the Ace of Pentacles, which means you've come to the realization that you are whole all by yourself, and that anyone who joins your life is a welcome addition, and they are strong enough to walk by your side. So I feel like you are entering the love arena in a very healthy mindset, let's put it that way. But also, for some of you, I'm getting this energy that you may actually pay for an event or something, or pay for some sort of gathering. So it could be a festival, could be, you know, an art exhibition. It could be anything that brings people together there. And I feel it's important to recognize that there are two opportunities here for you to meet love. One is through a friend, and one is completely by surprise. The universe is aligning you with someone that they feel is your soulmate. Now, the person could be the same person. I'm going to have to pull a card on it, but looking at the energy, the Four of Cups is a surprise from the universe just when you're feeling a bit fed up. And the Five of Cups means you have to let someone down, or someone isn't like exactly what you're looking for, and the universe ushers in 2 extra cups there as you're lamenting 3, because that's what the Five of Cups is. And suddenly the universe is saying, what about this person? You know, you haven't met this person yet, but you're about to. And I feel in the next 6 weeks, you could actually meet a person, and I feel like you get to know this person better, okay? And this is your soulmate. So let's move a little bit more forward on that. Now, we do have the Five of Swords, so this can indicate you have a lot on your mind right now, a lot on your to-do list, and some of you, because you have the Tower there and the Star, it can indicate that you have been in a very challenging experience with someone in the past who really hurt you. This can be a wound card, so it can be something from the past plays on your mind or challenges you sometimes. And for some of you, if you have not been in a high-level commitment before, the Tower can indicate there are moments of loneliness. You know, you're someone who is self-sufficient. You're really strong. The Tower actually means that you're a tower of power, and that you are someone who, you know, sometimes you may even think that people see your strength as a threat, as it were. You know, it could be that sometimes you wonder, because you're so strong, does that put people off? But that's not true at all. The right person is going to love you for all that you are. I want you to be aware of that. But, you know, in this moment of loneliness with that Five of Swords, and this could be 3 a.m. thoughts, because I feel a lot of you are just like doing life. Some of you may have even resigned yourself to feeling like, okay, well, you know what, I'm just going to get busy living and not focusing on love at this time. And it also indicates you may have removed yourself because things have been challenging, or you feel that there's no one out there sparking your attention at this time. So this is a crossing card, okay? So I feel for some of you, peace of mind is about to be delivered towards you. Suddenly you're going to have someone new on your mind. This particular Five of Swords, as you can see, lots of skeletons there, skulls. So it can indicate that you're getting closure on previous relationships. Now, this doesn't have to be just love relationships. This could be that there is a wound there from the past. For example, if you were bullied when you were younger, these you know, bullied moments, shall we say, could play on your mind sometimes and rob you of confidence. You may not specifically think of the time that you were bullied, but it could have knocked your confidence when you were younger. And if you're about to meet a person and open up and be intimate with that person, suddenly those fears can arise. You know, suddenly those thoughts can tear you down and make you feel like you're not enough sometimes. Five of Swords, you know, anything to do with fives in the tarot can actually indicate that which we feel we lack, or, you know, those doubts. For example, some of you may even doubt that you're going to meet a person who will enter into a long-term relationship with you, because you may feel the nature of dating right now is just very, like, empty, okay? Because if you look at this, it can be that you're looking at a sea of no possibility when it comes to love, because you just feel like there's no one out there that's sparking your attention. So when you're looking out into the vast arena of the dating scene, you're like, I'm not really sure with my options right now. But because it is in a crossing position, this is a much more positive energy, which means you will be talking to someone who is very much on your wavelength. And, you know, suddenly when you meet this person, it feels like peace. It feels like home, okay? Now, what do we have on the physical earth plane? Eight of Wands indicates movement, transformation. And what I mean by slow and steady pace, it means when you get to know this person, you know, you're not in a rush to meet this person or get to know them because you know that this person's going to stick around. There's just something wonderful and sensual about this connection that's coming in. But the Eight of Wands can indicate messages back and forth, a flurry of activity, things gathering in pace and momentum. And if this has not happened for you just yet, it's about to. Now, for some of you, you may actually have been talking to someone already. And if that's you and you're wondering where it's headed, it's definitely headed towards a high level commitment. There may be a slight lull in the middle there, okay? And it can be that both parties are like, oh my gosh, I think I'm falling in love. And this step back in order to assess and say, okay, am I in this? Is it happening? And then it's like you and this person taking a leap of faith. Because the tower can often represent two people taking that leap of faith, okay? But for the majority of you who have not met a person, you're about to, okay? I definitely see with this Eight of Wands, it indicates that changes are afoot. And I feel that there is this energy kind of like rising up within you where you want more adventure, okay? So some of you may literally be going traveling with friends, or you may have some sort of event that you've booked, something that you paid for. I mean, the Eight of Wands can be travel, okay? But it doesn't have to be. It can be that you're invited to something a little bit different in the next coming weeks, and it may be an invite from a friend. And maybe that's what I'm picking up in terms of your friend maybe setting you up with someone. It could be inadvertently that they're just inviting you to like a road trip or an event or a festival or something. Maybe even for some of you with that Three of Cups, there could be some sort of like celebration or feast date, a birthday, for example, or a monumental moment where people come together and there's a lot of fun there, because that Three of Cups tells me you will be in a group of people or there's some sort of activity where you will meet a person who is interested in you. However, I am just getting this energy with that Four of Cups that you're kind of like, yeah, they're nice, but there's just that missing ingredient. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here. And then suddenly you meet the one. So I feel with this Eight of Wands, you are making progress. You're actually closer to meeting a new person than you think. Okay, if you look up the meaning of the Eight of Wands, it can connect to falling in love. Okay, but it's interesting because it comes before the Five of Cups, and it can also connect to infatuation. Okay, and why that's interesting is we have that Five of Cups, which means you are going to let someone down, or there's going to be someone where you feel kind of like really lusty and free-spirited with that person, but deep down there's like a little hunch where you feel something's missing. Can I see myself with this person for the long term? And the universe is ushering in a new person for you, so I feel like you will have options. I really am picking up this energy of you letting someone down and saying, oh my gosh, you're amazing. And like in the moment, we're just losing ourselves and it's great. But I don't know, there's just something that's just going to stay here. It could be just like a moment where both of you enjoy the moment. And it doesn't have to be physical for some of you. It can be a flirtation. But I see the real deal coming in here, and the universe is making sure that you're aligned to meet this person. Now, we do have the star energy, so a lot of you are purifying your life, especially with the tower. This could be a major moment in your life where you are decluttering body, mind, and soul, kind of like restructuring your world. But also some of you with that tower, if you have had some sort of shock, I mean, some of you, it could be that you're surprised that you're single right now, that, you know, this is not how you envisaged things to be. And it can be that you're healing that part of you that had that expectation. But the universe says, don't have any expectations. Rely on divine timing. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to be assertive. You know, if you be assertive there, because I feel like you're doing something where you meet this person, this could be an invitation. I'm just feeling this news coming in, and this invitation requires you to act quickly. So I feel there could be some sort of impromptu event that is like on the spur of the moment, and that's where I feel you will meet your soulmate, okay? But because the star is in the past position, a lot of you are healing at this time, and it's you really working out what it is that you want. You know, you're choosing healthier options, you're being inspired, a lot of you are creative, but the star actually means there's a brighter future for you to look forward to. So it could be that you are gaining clarity right now about what you want in a relationship. It's always important to be very specific. You know, many years ago, I flippantly said to a friend of mine, we were watching a TV show, and please fast forward this part if you've heard it, but it's coming up in the water again, so I want you to be aware. that, I was watching this TV show with a friend, and there was this performer, okay, who was in a certain role, and I was like, oh my gosh, who's that? And I was like, wow, dear universe, send me someone like that, okay? But I didn't take in the details. The details were that character was not a very nice character. And lo and behold, the universe sent me someone who was more or less identical to the performer and the same character name. Weird, okay, and unfortunately, the same sort of character traits. The universe heard and delivered, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune, so just be mindful. Be careful what you wish for, because this is a wishing card, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune there, and that taught me a lesson, to be very acutely aware of the details and my words. Words are spellings. They are cast out to the universe, and they will lock onto the vibration to make things happen for you, okay? So really visualize the sort of person you want, the character traits you want. If you've got a type, imagine the sort of person that you want to spend your life with, but also remember the details. The Five of Swords can be about the details, okay? Now we do have the Tower here. It's the protagonist energy, and it's also the potential position. So this restructure is going to help you rebuild and put you in a position to have a foundation to allow love to come on in. And I also feel like you're going to be shocked. I feel it's literally going to be a lightning bolt from the blue. That's exactly what I'm feeling from this card. That's the vision and the image that's there. It's like out of the blue, suddenly love has arrived, and it is literally going to rock your world, and I feel it will shake your foundations of what it means to love. This person is going to show you that anyone from your past, if you have been in a previous relationship, it's not going to, take away any of those experiences. However, I feel this person is actually going to offer you a love that you truly deserve and desire, something that you've been yearning for some time. You have that Knight of Cups right there. And we have that Three of Cups, and this is in the 6 weeks position, so this is in the near future position. Three of Cups indicates a gathering of people coming together, but also Three of Cups can be like sharing time with your nearest and dearest, or your soul tribe. And if you're someone who's currently searching for your soul tribe, it could be that you are going to pay to go to a group activity. Maybe it's a hobby, or maybe it's something that you're training in right now. For some of you, it could also be that, you are invited to some sort of family gathering. Maybe it's an extended family gathering, like a wedding, for example. And it could put you in the path to meet new people. Now, of course, this card is a card of reflecting. So as you can see, those beautiful figures there are reflecting on a boat. So it can be that in stillness, you may even have like a quiet, intimate conversation with a friend, and they may actually come towards you and say, hey, you know what? You should come to this thing on Friday, because I've got this friend. They're coming over. You've never met this person, but I think you two could be good together, okay? And it could be something like that is flippantly said. But I feel, of course, when you meet this person, if there's a frisson, because I feel like there is some sort of chemistry there, but you're going to tap into your intuition and see if they have all the ingredients to match what you're looking for. And then I feel the universe shall also intervene, and you may actually meet another person, and you'll have to make that decision, okay? And only you can make that decision. So we have the Knight of Cups here. So you're looking for romance, you're looking for love, but also there is an invitation. And I feel like you have been encouraged by the universe to enjoy your single time, to fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your life, be a best friend to yourself as well. The cup of love always starts with the self first, okay? So I feel like you are tapping into what you desire right now. And I feel this is a love that's coming on in for you, where there is no jealousy, where there is, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I just heard opposites attract, and I was like, what? What does that mean? And of course, you are a Leo, okay, which is symbolized by a magnificent cat. And I just heard a dog outside barking. So maybe that's the connection. Opposites attract is what I'm being given here. So, I'll leave it like that. I got to give you what I hear, what I see. Sometimes these things may mean absolutely nothing in this moment, but that's what I heard. And yeah, it coincided with the dog barking, if you could hear it on the microphone, so perhaps it's relevant. But this is a romantic encounter coming on in, and I feel, this person that you're about to meet is very fun, and they're actually going to give you a compliment. when they first meet you. And this is how you know who this person is. And it's not flattery, because when you get to meet this person and know this person, you'll realize that this person does not give out compliments easily, okay? They find it really hard to give compliments. And even then, when they do give a compliment, it is like blunt. It is on the nose. So when you get a compliment from this person, you'll know this person means it and they love everything about you. I feel this person, it's almost like love at first sight for both of you when you meet each other, okay? Now, this is circumstances outside of yourself. 5 of Cups, okay? Now, this can indicate that you've been called to be single on purpose for a while, to focus on your sense of purpose, to really shatter like generational wounds or shatter any cycles of repeat that have been going on in your family lineage. For some of you, this could be that you needed to break through something or get closure and heal something. It doesn't always have to be connected to love. It can be that you're healing a part of yourself where you tear yourself down in doubt, in moments of pressure. It can be that you are learning to be more compassionate with yourself and the way that you talk to yourself at this time. For some of you with that Tower, because the Tower can be an energy that binds. So it can be that you are learning that you've been bound to something that you needed to release in some way. And I feel this has been that quiet time to really reflect. But also, for some of you, I mean, what I'm being given here is like, some of you could get to an event early, for example, and you may be like, oh, and then you get talking to somebody and there is like a frisson between you and this person. Maybe you get there early by accident, I'm not sure. But, the 5 of Cups, traditionally, it means, some sort of loss or letting something go. So because it is circumstances outside of yourself, it could be that right now you're grieving something or somebody or a relationship. Or for some of you, this can be that you're grieving a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with, or you feel there's been such radical change going on around you that you've hit a milestone in life in some way. And this radical change has made you feel like the old self has somehow been lost, but I feel like you're rediscovering your life and yourself in a different way, in a way that you're going to love yourself on a deeper level. The 5 of Cups, it normally means, there's 3 cups spilt on the floor and a figure lamenting those 3 cups. So it can indicate that you kind of like lost your desire for love for a while because of some sort of emotional upset or shock or disappointment. And of course, the last couple of years have been really challenging. So you may actually want different things in a relationship than you did a couple of years ago. Perhaps there's more important things on your list now that will affect your choices when it comes to dating. But, if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there are 2 cups that actually appear behind the figure. So just because you haven't seen, new love arrive for you doesn't mean it's not happening for you. I feel like all will be revealed in divine timing. So I definitely see here that you will be presented with an option that you're not 100% happy with, okay? I feel like there's a missing ingredient. And then that 4 cups comes in where the universe says, here, I've got an option for you. This is your soulmate. The 4 cups, this figure has an umbrella, so that literally means you're protected and directed. I feel like you're going to be the person letting someone down over the next coming weeks there. And I feel this is when the universe steps in to offer you the dream relationship. Of course, no person is perfect, but I feel this person is a great match for you, and I feel this is a longevity relationship where it's for keeps. Also, there's something here about jealousy, okay? Because we have the snake there, and this jealousy energy came up earlier. And I feel like if you've dealt with people in the past who tried to control you or were jealous of you, this person, this new person who's coming in, they're strong enough to walk by your side. There's no jealousy. This person supports you. They lift you up, okay? The 4 cups can indicate, I love this. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I've just been given a word, interference, okay? So it's almost like I'm being given this energy that the universe is like, okay, we're going to make sure Leo is on track to meet this person. However, there's a bit of interference over here where the friends really want to help out and they love that, but they see it as interference. So it could be that, they're perceiving you meeting a person first, like, oh, it's just a bit of a delay in you meeting this new person because you have to go through a certain process. So really tap into your intuition. If someone is not right for you, straight from the get-go, you know, just honor that. No second best, no maybe thinking that, oh, maybe this person will grow on me or anything like that. The universe is very clear in as soon as you feel this person is not right for you, then, you know, honor your energy and know your worth and say, this is something that I have to let go of with a lot of love and respect and open myself up to something else, okay? Because the universe is trying to get you to meet this person. So this card can indicate that you'll be granted the love that you truly deserve and desire just when you least expect it. I feel like you meet this person when you go and do something very adventurous. For some of you, it could be travel, but I feel a lot of you have to travel to an event or to a place that is outside your usual parameters. That's why the tower is there twice, and it indicates you're going to meet a person. Now, we've got the Two of Swords here. Now, the Two of Swords can be like a temporary break to consider your options, you know, thinking about things. And I feel, of course, with this card, there's no need to rush forward. I do see that you will have a choice. That's evident in your reading. But this card can also be like a mediator or someone who comes in between to kind of like give you an option. You know, this card, it normally means that you're coming out of your comfort zone and you're about to discover new lands, new places, new spaces, and of course, new faces go with that as well. So I feel with this Two of Swords that you're about to do something different, and I feel this Two of Swords is like a stepping stone. So it feels very much like there's a person that you meet and then you meet the one. So it feels like a process. That's why I'm getting that 3 energy. It's like you will meet a person and then you're on to the next person who is your person. So let me just quickly pull a card on that Two of Swords for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify that Two of Swords? We've got the Four of Cups. Yeah. So you're getting the same cards. My guides are like, I meant what I said. I said Four of Cups. And that's what I meant. So we've got the Four Cups there, and this is like an indication that you don't see this new love coming, okay? This is a surprise. This is love at first sight. It is literally like a bolt from the blue, okay? So, and I feel it is for keeps. This love will actually transform your life. And as you can see, I love this deck because the Four Cups is one massive cup. And if you measure the cup that is offered by the hand of the universe in the Four of Cups on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, it is bigger than all the other cups that have been presented to the person who is pretty closed off to love. So it's like just when you're not expecting it, just when you're kind of closed off thinking, oh, just met a person, they were awesome, but just not the right fit. Maybe it's never going to happen. The universe comes in and says, here's your person. But there had to be a process because we have to learn lessons along our journey, and each person we meet teaches us something, even something small. But there is a lesson with that. And we have that Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles can indicate one of your lessons that you're learning is not to hold on to something that is hurting you for too long. So, for example, if this is a past relationship that keeps resurfacing in your mind, this may be something that's been hurting you. And it's like, let go of it. Drop the hot potato. It's time to welcome in a love that truly meets your needs. So this Four of Pentacles can indicate you've been creating a foundation to build a loving relationship on, one that is dedicated to you as much as you are to them. This love will transform you. And of course, there's a snake here, which tells me that this is the year of the snake. So this is the year where, you know, you can actually meet a relationship where there is long-term security, okay? And that you are a treasure, you are a gift. You know, you don't fall in love easily. So I feel the person that you meet where it just feels like peace of mind, like you've come home. I feel that's the person that you're going to just completely, like, I don't want to say melt into their arms because that's such a cliche, but it just feels safe. Like you talk about things that perhaps you don't tell everybody, you know, you just feel safe to kind of like let this person see who you really are. And I would say that you're very close to meeting this person. And I would say that in the next 6 weeks, these are major weeks for you to receive and accept invitations. Like say yes to all the events that really resonate with your passion, with your soul. And yeah, I feel that's something that you are going to encounter. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, we just got a mask there as well. Some of you may be going to a fancy dress event. Let me put my teeth back in my mouth there. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, so we have, I'm just going to move that there and there. Okay, so we have differences. So some of you may have been going through a separation, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love, okay? But also, I was given this energy of opposites attract. So please take that as it resonates. You know, for some of you, opposites attract actually is quite thrilling. But because we've got differences here, it can be that you are noticing quite quickly who is right for you and who is not. And if something fizzled out between you and a person, or you feel that every time you meet a person, perhaps it's just not gelling, it's not connecting, you're not wasting your time, okay? And often, I want you to be aware, because you have the star energy, a healer, some of you are healing, a healer is often not a person you go to for healing. A healer is a person who triggers within you your own ability to heal yourself and to tap into your personal power and strength. So if you've gone through a challenging time with a person, this person could have triggered that healing process within you to really take stock of your life in general, not just in love. Now, we do have a spy energy, so I did pick up on a friend who kind of has an idea of who would be good for you, and they may have even shared your photo to this person, okay? So I see someone who, you know, secretly is crushing on you already, but it's connected to the differences card. So I would say this is you rejecting someone that you're being set up with. Okay, so that's what I got to give you, because that's what I feel here. Also, we have mystery. Okay, so the mystery basically can indicate the mystery of love, of course, but it can be that, you know, you are going to be your authentic self, and therefore you're meeting someone who matches your vibration. Some of you, it could be that you're going to like an event that will literally change your life. It's number 13, which is the number of change. It's a death card energy, which is representing a new beginning there. So there could be some sort of fancy dress element there, or it could be that suddenly you're like taken by the mystery of love. When you meet this person, it's love at first sight, and suddenly you're curious about what, you know, is going on with this person, and you want to get to know this person better, and also they do too. I definitely see you let someone down, and then you meet someone. We do have codependency here. Some of you may have been bound to a situation or a person, but I feel a lot of you are learning, because you have the Hierophant there, which highlights a lot of you are learning a lesson that, you know, your happiness is not tied up to another person or a situation or, you know, an item. You know, you're sort of not responsible for another person's happiness either. You're here to discover a happiness and shine your light and encourage others to do so by doing it yourself. You know, you're also learning that you are enough and that you're not here to fix things for others either. And sometimes when we get this card, it can indicate that, you know, to be bound to something, maybe even a memory, because you have that Five of Swords, it will keep you stuck. And there's freedom in knowing that you can literally break those chains. So I definitely see a lot of you could be doing that at this time. I mean, it's number 5 and you have the Five of Swords there. So it could be that you're bound to a painful memory right now, and easier said than done, I know. Your experiences are important and they shape who you are. But as we heal, we don't just heal in order to be strong enough to experience more trauma or difficulty. We heal in order to be able to open ourselves up to love and fun and happiness. We got to break down those walls, because you deserve to be loved. You are lovable. So I definitely see someone on the horizon here who sees you and wants to know you better and spend their life with you as well. As you can see, we've got that 4 of Pentacles at the end and a 4 with 2 hands holding each other in support. The universe is supporting you. I mentioned that at the beginning, but also it's important. The universe is sending you someone who is everything you've ever wanted in a partner, and someone who is going to stay by your side, even when life gets challenging, because that's life, right? So I definitely see that there is a high level commitment coming on in here for you, and it will be a process. Just going to go and get a trinket or a rune for you. We have the human rune, okay? So this is all about the self. So you've been, you know, put on pause on purpose, as it were, to really discover who you are, what you want, to nourish yourself and invest in yourself in a really healthy way. You know, thoughts become things. Very important. If you feel that you're not going to find love because you can't see it right now, then you're going to be right, because you lose the momentum to even put yourself in a position to meet new people. Okay, coming out of the comfort zone is so important, whether that's leaving your house to go to a group of people, you know, maybe involve yourself in a hobby, or whether it is to spend some more time with your nearest and dearest, whatever it means to you. I feel there is change occurring for you in the next 6 weeks, and you're all about it because you are going to meet a person where it is for keeps. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Leo. Thank you so much, and love and light.